Okay, hello, good morning. Welcome to this fluid mechanics class. Can you hear me, all of you? Can you hear
Yes,
me?
sir. Good morning.
Yeah, good. Yeah, good morning, everybody. Yeah, so I think all of you got your marks also, and it has been being sent to your parents and to your houses also, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so all of you are happy. So all of you have done well. I don't have any problems with you guys. Keep studying like this only, and let us finish off this semester on fluid mechanics. Okay, good. All of you have done well. No problem. Okay. So again, I would like to continue with the fourth module. What we have done, as all of you know, dimensional analysis has been completed. The Buckingham Pi theorem, the dimensional analysis problems, we have done sufficient number of problems. I advise you to study read the study material what I have given, plus any other textbook like R.K. Bansal or any other textbook. Okay. So dimensional analysis was completed last time. Then after that, we started the boundary layer theory. Then we defined the different kinds like boundary layer thickness, momentum thickness, displacement thickness, and energy thickness, and we did problems also on that. Okay, I hope you remember that. So what we'll do is again today I want to do one more problem on boundary layer thickness. Then I will stop the boundary layer theory. Okay, I'll stop the boundary layer theory and go to the flow past immersed bodies. Flow past immersed bodies. I'll go to that topic. If I complete that topic, the fourth module will be completed. Okay, so let us start with this. I have sent a study material today, just some 10 minutes back to your WhatsApp group. Please open the WhatsApp group for semester. Please open that. I have sent some study material. Please see that. Please open that. Okay, the problem is 11.2. It's a problem on the boundary layer thickness. Please see that one. Please go through that. Okay, open the fourth semester WhatsApp group. Yeah. Now, what is the problem? Find the displacement thickness, momentum thickness, and energy thickness for the velocity distribution in the boundary layer. Okay, in the boundary layer given by small u by capital U is equal to 2 into y by delta minus y by delta square. Have all of you opened that one? Have all of you opened that page? Yeah. Okay, so that is the problem. See, look at this problem. You have to find all the three: displacement thickness, momentum thickness, and energy thickness. So if you do this problem, it covers everything. Okay, all the boundary layer thickness it will cover. Okay, so let us start with the problem solution. The velocity distribution is given by small u by capital U is equal to 2 into y by delta minus y by delta square. Now, this is the velocity distribution he has given. Now, you know that velocity is always described as a vector and it will be in the form of a mathematical equation. Okay, so what are the things we have to find? Displacement thickness, momentum thickness, energy thickness. So let us start with the first one, displacement thickness. Now, velocity distribution is given. Displacement thickness is denoted by what? Delta star. I told you, you should remember the definition and the mathematical formula of each of these thickness. Now, delta star is equal to, this is the standard equation for displacement thickness. Delta star is equal to integral of 0 to delta 1 minus small u by capital U into dy. Okay. Now, small u by capital U is given in here in this equation. Substitute for small u by capital U. Okay. So delta star is equal to integral of 0 to delta into 1 minus of u by u. What is u by u? That is a given equation. 2 into y by delta minus y by delta whole square into dy. Now you have to simplify. Integral of 0 to delta into 1 minus, open the bracket, 2 into y delta plus y by delta whole square into dy, which is equal to, okay, which is equal to, now I am going to integrate with respect to y. So I will get integral of 1 dy is y minus 2y by 2 delta plus y cube by 3 delta square. I am integrating this equation. Then between the limits 0 to delta, that means I have to substitute the two upper and lower limits. When I substitute, I will get delta minus delta square by delta plus delta cube by 3 delta square. So if I simplify, I will get it is equal to delta by 3. Okay. So delta by 3, the value of delta star displacement thickness is equal to delta by 3. Okay. Next, we'll go to the next one. It's very simple. You should know the general standard equation. Just substitute the given equation in the standard equation, you will get integrated, you will get the answer. Then, momentum thickness. It is defined by theta. So you should know the definition of theta, momentum thickness, and the standard equation for theta. So theta is equal to integral of 0 to delta u by u into 1 minus small u by capital U dy. That is the standard equation. It is the same standard equation for any, you can use it for any equation. It is equal to 0 to delta, substitute for u by small u by capital U. So you will get 2y by delta minus y square by delta square into 1 minus of u by u. What is u? U by u, 2y by delta minus y square by delta square. Now you got this equation. You expand, you open the bracket, simplify. So you will get 2y by delta minus y square by delta square into 1 minus, open the bracket, 2y by delta plus y square by delta square into dy. Okay. Then open the bracket again. Then you will get 2y by delta minus of, you start multiplying, 4y square by delta square. It is you are integrating now after this. Plus 2y, you open the bracket and put all the delta square terms here into dy. When you multiply, you get like this. Then that is equal to integral 0 to delta. Now 2y by delta minus of, here minus 4y square by delta square is there. Here minus y square by delta square is there. So it is minus 5y square by delta square plus y cube. How many are there? 2 plus 2. 4y cube by delta cube minus of y to the power of 4. How much is there? Only 1. Y to the power of 4 by delta to the power of 4 into dy. Into dy. Now differentiate with, integrate with respect to y. When I integrate, I will get 2y by delta is nothing but 2, take 2 outside. Delta is constant. 2 by delta you take outside into, what is integral by? Integral of y square by 2. Okay. Minus of 5 by y cube by 3 delta square plus 4y to the power of 4 by 4 delta cube minus y to the power of 5 by 5 delta to the power of 5 within the limits 0 to delta. Now substitute delta. 0 to delta is there now. So in the limits you substitute for delta. Substitute delta in the place of y. So okay, when you do that, you will get the answer. Substitute, take the LCM, and then you will get 2 delta by 15. Therefore, momentum thickness is equal to 2 delta by 15. Then third one, energy thickness. It is given by or denoted by delta double star. So it is equal to, what is the standard equation? 0 to delta u by u into 1 minus small u square by capital U square into dy. So it is equal to integral of 0 to delta, open the bracket, substitute for u by u. 2y by delta minus y square by delta square into 1 minus of, substitute for u by u and square it into dy. Then open the bracket and simplify it. And when you simplify, you will get integral of 0 to delta. Open the bracket and multiply both the things. So all the terms you will get here. 2y by delta minus 8y square by delta cube minus 2y to the power of 5 by delta to the power of 5 plus 8y to the power of 4 by delta to the power of 4 minus y square by delta square plus 4y to the power of 4 by delta to the power of 4 plus y to the power of 6 by delta to the power of 6 minus 4y to the power of 5 by delta to the power of 5 into dy. Into dy. After you get the simplification, you have to write the term dy. After that only you have to integrate. Last step is integration. Now integrate 0 to delta this equation. When you integrate, you will get the value 2y square by 2 delta minus y cube by 3 delta square minus 8y to the power of 4 by 4 delta cube plus 12y to the power of 5 by 5 delta power 4 minus 6y power 6 by 6 delta power 5 plus y to the power of 7 by 7 delta to the power of 6 within the limits 0 to delta. Substitute delta in the place of y and then simplify, take the LCM and simplify, then you will get 22 delta by 105. So displacement thickness delta double star, energy thickness delta double star is given by 22 delta by 105. Okay. Any doubts in this problem? You please ask. Any doubts, please? Do you have any doubts? All the three are there in this, isn't it? Any doubts, please?
No, sir.
Kritik, Adarsh, Pinsan, Alap, understood this problem? You should know the standard equation, that's all. Just substitute for u by u, keep substituting, you will get the value. Finally, you integrate and simplify and keep it, that's all. Simple, no? Okay. So this will complete the boundary layer theory problems. We have done some 4 problems and I have sent all the 4 problems to the WhatsApp group. So please see those 4 problems. If you have another textbook like Bansal or any Modi or say the textbook DS Kumar, any other textbook, please go through some more problems on boundary layer theory. But all of them are same. Concept is same. Standard equations are same for energy thickness, boundary layer thickness, momentum thickness. Same. The standard equation is same. Only velocity they will give different equations. You have to find the value. That's okay. Apart from that, there is nothing new in each problem. All the problems will be same one. Any doubts, please? Yes? Okay. Then we have completed the boundary layer theory and we have also completed the, what is it? Once again. And the dimension analysis. So these 2 are there in the 4th chapter, 4th module, and we have completed both of them. Okay. So we are left with one small topic, which is called as the flow through immersed bodies. Okay. So flow through immersed bodies is a chapter in the 4th module only. There is a small chapter. And if we do this and we complete this, we will be completing the 4th module. Okay. Now, flow past immersed bodies. See, when a fluid is flowing over a stationary body, a force is exerted by the fluid on the body, isn't it? So, immersed bodies means so many bodies are there. For example, you take a submarine. Submarine is immersed in water. Below the water it is, isn't it? It's immersed in water. Or you take an aeroplane. Throughout, everywhere you got air. Inside that, the plane is submerged, isn't it? So, it is the flow past immersed bodies. So immersed bodies, I will take example like a ship is not an immersed body. Remember, a ship is not an immersed body. It is a floating body. Whereas a submarine, it is below the water. It is an immersed body. An aeroplane, okay, is also a immersed body because surrounding full is air, atmosphere. So it is going in the air and so it is going in the air. So when a fluid is submerged in a immersed body, then various forces start acting on the body. What are the various forces? The various forces are called drag and lift. Drag and lift. This is a very important concept. Now, the component of the total force in the direction of motion is called drag. Okay. And the component of the force in the perpendicular direction is called lift. Okay. To give you a small example of what is drag and what is lift, I will take the case of an aeroplane. Okay. Say, for example, an aircraft. Okay. An aircraft is standing on the ground. Now, the aircraft has to take off, isn't it? If it has to take off, it has to be lifted vertically, correct? It has to be lifted. So, a lifting force is required, isn't it? A lifting force is required. So, this lifting force is called the lift. Okay, lift force or lift is called F. Okay, lift force. force due to lift, FL. Now the plane has to lift. If it cannot lift, it cannot take off, isn't it? One. Second thing, even though it is lifted, it has to be dragged, isn't it? Remember, see, it has to be dragged. Now, not only lifting, it has to move forward also, isn't it? It has to take off, it has to go forward. That means it has to be dragged by the force. Some force should be there to drag the aircraft. Otherwise, how can the aircraft move? Okay. So the drag is applicable in the direction of motion of the aeroplane. That means if the plane has to go like this, it has to be dragged along. That is called the drag force, FD. Okay, FD is the drag force and FL is the lift force. So an aircraft has to be lifted and also dragged. Both should occur. Only then the aircraft will be able to take off and move safely. So drag force is defined as FD. See, I have sent the material also. Please see the material what I have sent today in the WhatsApp group. I have given this one also. Flow positive immerse modis. Drag force FD is equal to CD A rho U square by 2. Now, what is FD drag force? It is equal to CD, coefficient of drag. Always some coefficient will be there. You have to multiply the force with that number because the actual force will not be equal to the theoretical force, etc. So CD into A, area of the body, rho, density of the body, U square by 2. Okay. Now what is U square by 2? U square by 2 is nothing but the velocity. U square by 2, U is the velocity. So we get U square by 2, which is the velocity. Similarly, lift force FL is equal to CL, coefficient of lift. See, drag has some coefficient, lift has some coefficient, CL, coefficient of lift, into area, into rho, density of the fluid, into U. U is velocity, U square by 2. So we can define drag as the component of the force in the direction of motion, and FD mathematically is equal to CD into A into rho U square by 2. Similarly, lift is the component of the total force in the perpendicular direction, and lift FL, lift force, is given as mathematically FL is equal to CL, coefficient of lift, into A into rho U square by 2. Okay, this is the definition of drag and lift. Both drag and lift are very, very important terms. Okay. Then you just see here, I have given a small problem. Just see that. Calculate the thickness of the boundary layer at the end and the drag force on one side of the flat plate, 2 meters long and 1.2 meters wide, when placed in water with a velocity of 0.13 meter per second. Calculate coefficient of drag. Take mu. Mu is different. Okay, mu is the viscosity, 0.001. Okay. Now, what is the given data? So, some flat plate is there and the boundary layer is acting on that. Now, you have to find three things. First one, what is the boundary layer thickness? He is telling that calculate the thickness of boundary layer. Now, what is the boundary layer thickness? We defined last class, delta. Okay. So, boundary layer thickness, delta. Then, what else we have to find? Drag force, FD, and coefficient of drag, CD. He's asking these three things. Okay. Now, first let us take calculation of the boundary layer. Now, if you have to calculate the boundary layer, you should first calculate the Reynolds number. Reynolds number is equal to rho mu L by mu. Rho U L by mu. So it is density, he's telling it is water, so 1000 into velocity 0.13 meter per second into what is the length of the thing? 2 meters into 2, length of the plate 2, divided by, he is given viscosity mu is equal to 0.001. So you find the Reynolds number. So Reynolds number is 2.6 into 10 power 5. Now, if you check the Reynolds number, if Reynolds number is less than 5 into 10 power 5. Okay. Therefore, the boundary layer is laminar. Okay. So we said if Reynolds number is 4000, it is turbulent. If Reynolds number is 2000, it is laminar, isn't it? But now, in the case of a boundary layer, we have to find out the Reynolds number. If it is less than 5 into 10 power 5, then it is said to be laminar. So delta is given by, so this is a different formula. You don't have this formula in the boundary layer thickness. Okay, the delta is equal to 5x by root of Reynolds number. That is, x is nothing but length. So here he is given L as the length. So 5 into L divided by Reynolds number. So 5 into 2 divided by 2.6 into 10 power 5 is Reynolds number. Therefore, delta is equal to 19.6 mm. What is the meaning of this? A plate is there, on that some fluid is flowing, water only. Now, the layer of the boundary layer is 19.6 mm. That is the thickness of the boundary layer at the plate, at the wall of the plate. Okay, that is the meaning of that. Then, calculate coefficient of drag and the drag force. Is asked two things, FD and CD. Okay. Now, CD, coefficient of drag, CD is equal to, this formula I have not introduced to you, just note it down, 1.328 into root of Reynolds number. So Reynolds number is 2.6 10 power 5. So coefficient of drag is 2.6 10 power minus 3. Now, drag force, FD, is equal to half of CD into rho A U square. Or you can write CD rho A U square by 2. Both are same. Okay. So coefficient of drag, you found out just one, 2.6 10 power minus 3 into density, it is water, 1000, into area, 2 into 1.2. That's the length and breadth he has given, into, into velocity 0.13 square divided by 2. Therefore, drag force is equal to 0.0528 Newton. So what you understand from this problem, is that you can find the boundary layer thickness. Some plate is there, but some water is flowing. You can find the thickness of the boundary layer. Second one, what is the drag force occurring on the plate? How the fluid is getting dragged? What is that force? What is the value of that force? And what is the coefficient of drag? That means you can find the coefficient of drag, CD, also in the problem. Then last one is asked lift force. If you it's not asked, no? Okay. Lift force, CL into A, rho U square by 2. Okay. You can find drag force as well as lift force. Now, what are the things that are required, parameters required to find drag and lift force? We should know coefficient of drag, coefficient of lift, okay, then area, density, velocity. That's how you can easily find drag force and lift force. These two formula for drag force and lift force, that is FD is equal to CDA rho U square by 2, FL is equal to CLA rho U square by 2 are very important. You need to know this. Okay, you should remember this. Okay, then the resultant force, drag is occurring horizontally, lift is occurring vertically. So what will happen? The resultant force will be the diagonal only, 45 degrees. Okay, the resultant force will be the diagonal. Therefore, F resultant is equal to root of FD square force square plus lift force square, root of that. Okay, you will get the resultant force. Also, there are certain things which are skin friction drag, pressure drag, and wave drag. Okay, now skin friction drag means a part of the total drag which is due to the tangential shear stress acting on the surface of the body is known as skin friction drag. It is also called as friction drag or viscous drag. Then you have pressure drag. It is a part of the total drag which is due to the pressure on the body. It is also called as form drag and depends on the. Then you have wave drag. When a body like a ship moves through the fluid, waves are generated at the surface of the fluid. This drag caused by these waves is called as wave drag. Drag is nothing but pulling. Okay, just dragging, pulling. Okay. So there are three different kinds of drag. Skin friction drag. That is, tangential shear stress is occurring on the body, on the skin of the surface. That is called skin friction drag. Then pressure drag depends upon the shape of the body, spherical, cylindrical, rectangle, etc. It is due to the pressure on the body. Then wave drag, like an example of a ship. As the ship moves, it keeps on sending waves and the ship gets dragged on the water. That is called the wave drag. So these are the different types of drag that you have got. Okay. So this completes the fourth module actually. Okay. So I'll just refresh what we have done today again. And I will also tell you what are the important things that video will ask actually. So dimensional analysis, definitely one problem will be there on the Buckingham Pi theorem. Please go, definite question. Then in the boundary layer theory, he is going to ask, define boundary layer thickness, momentum thickness, displacement thickness, energy thickness. Okay. So you should remember boundary layer thickness is defined by delta. I given you the definition. Write the definition and the mathematical formula. Then displacement thickness, delta star. Define that. Write the standard equation for displacement thickness. Next, third one, momentum, define that. Then draw the, write the mathematical formula. Then last one, you got is energy thickness, delta double star. Okay, so find the, okay, what you should do? Find the, write the definition and write the mathematical formula. He might ask, define all these things and ask for 6 marks or 8 marks. Or definitely is going to ask you the problem. One problem is going to ask you. Okay, he will give you a problem and ask you to find displacement thickness, energy thickness, or momentum thickness, or some ratio of theta by delta, something like first problem what you have done, no? Something like that he won't give. Okay, but one problem on boundary layer thickness, definitely it will be there. You can see any textbook, refer, solve some problems. It's very easy. The only thing is you need to substitute for u by u and finally integrate the value and keep it. Simplify, open the bracket, integrate and keep the value. That's all you have to do. Okay, this is regarding the boundary layer thickness. This is what VT also is going to ask. Okay, next one is flow path mass bodies. Okay, so we have taken the example of ship as well as a submarine as well as a aeroplane. Submarine is immersed in water, so the water forces will be surrounded air. So we assume it is air only. Okay, so taking the example of air, we say air is two forces. One is lift force. The aircraft has to be lifted from the ground. So some force is equal. That is called the lift force. Okay, FL. And another force there, which is called the drag force. Lift force is vertical. Drag force is horizontal. Then we have defined what is lift force and what is drag force. Drag is a component of the total force in the direction of motion, whereas lift is perpendicular to the motion. It is vertical direction. Then we defined FD, drag force, is equal to CD A rho U square by 2. And lift force FL is equal to CL A rho U square by 2, where U is equal to velocity. CD is equal to coefficient of drag and CL is the coefficient of lift. So they might give you small problems where they will mention density, velocity, and ask you to find CD or FD. Okay, small problems you will get on drag force and lift force. And resultant force for a drag force or lift force, FR, will be equal to the diagonal, isn't it? So lift force is acting perpendicular. This force is acting horizontal. So diagonal at 45 degrees only, the resultant is going to act. Therefore, resultant force is equal to root of drag force square plus lift force square. Okay, these are the things that you will be getting. Okay. Usually, we also ask these questions only. So please see that you get ready for all these questions. Okay, these are the questions they're going to ask. Okay, so with this, The fourth module is completed. And do you have any doubts? If you have any doubts, you please tell me. In the fourth module, if you have any doubts, you please tell me. Yes? Prayag, Chinmay, any doubts? Please tell me. Hello? Tarun?
Sir, no
Anybody?
doubts
Any
as of
doubts?
now, sir.
As of now, no doubt. So please go through the study material, and also if you have got Bansal or any other book, you please start studying. Okay. So fourth module contains three topics. First one, dimensional analysis. Second one, boundary layer theory. Third one, flow past immersed bodies. That is drag and lift. Okay. Three topics are there. Please go through all these things. Okay. All the three, please go through that. So this will complete the fourth module. I have given material to you. In case you want any extra material or anything, you please tell me. I will see that. I'll put it in the group or the Google Classroom. Just go through all the study material. In case you find any difficulty, feel free. You can ask me. I will, whatever material is there, I will give it. See that it reaches you. Okay. Chinmay, yes. Any doubt? Tarun? Yeah.
No, sir, no doubts.
Okay. So as far as this is concerned, then we have completed the fourth module, and in the next class, that is tomorrow, no? So tomorrow I will take up the fifth module. Okay, the fifth module is sorry, the compressible flow. Okay, so far all that we have studied is incompressible flow. That means density is constant. So we are talking about substances like water or fluids where density is constant. So what all we studied in all these four modules is applicable for incompressible fluids only. That means density is constant only. So in the last module, we'll be studying about gases. They're compressible, isn't it? So last module will be compressible flow. Okay, compressible flow. So we are going to talk about compressible flow. The laws which are responsible, which are applicable in incompressible flow, do not hold good for compressible flow. For example, your Bernoulli's theorem and your Euler's theorem, whatever theorem that you have studied, Pascal, so whatever you have studied, do not hold good. Do not hold good for compressible flow. They are applicable only to incompressible flow, where density is constant for fluids like water, etc. Okay. So the last module will be studying about the compressible flow and introduction to CFD. CFD means computational fluid dynamics. So that is the last module that we are going to study. Now, in these modules, do you have any doubt? Now, all of you know that first and second module has been completed, isn't it? In the first test. So third, fourth, and fifth module are remaining. Okay. So what I thought was maybe for the second test, 1.5 modules, and third test, 1.5 modules. Okay. So that will complete your syllabus. Okay. That's what I'm planning. So 1.5 modules for second test, that is module 3 and half of module 4. And third test is half of module 4 and module 5. Okay. Then all the syllabus will be completed. Okay. Any study material or any help you require from my side, you please put a message in the group also, no problem. I will see that all the study material reaches out to you either in Google Classroom or WhatsApp or whatever it is. I'll see that the study material reaches you. Okay, please start studying. Let us see, maybe for second, fourth, and sixth semester, it might classes might start by June 15th, second week of June. That's what I feel. And your exams will be in July end or August 1st, mostly. August 1st week. July end last week or August 1st week, mostly. Okay. And the next semester will start mostly on September 1st, according to the VTU circular. Okay. So please go through that, study well. Okay. Any material or whatever you want to, please contact me. Yes. Any doubts, please? Rishi, how are you doing, man? G. All of you are fine? Tarun, fine?
Yes, sir.
Okay, what about the machine shop? Started writing the records for semester students. Machine shop, please start writing the record. Any doubts you have, contact Gurmurthy sir. He will tell you what to do in the machine shop. Okay. See, this time you won't get again. Once the college starts, then you won't have time at all to write the record and all those things. Please utilize this time effectively. Complete the record. Okay. Machine shop, whatever you have done so far, you write the record. Maybe I think all of you have done up to taper turning, isn't it? Machine shop, all the batches up to taper turning you have done on model. Some people have done workshop first two models only. So whatever you have done, you please write it and keep the records ready. Okay, so that you can save the time. Okay, then yeah, those who have not submitted assignment 1. Assignment 1, I have to consider now because your first test is also over. So first test, first assignment, those who have not done, please submit immediately. Please submit immediately because I'm going to put it in the group also. Those who have not submitted, please submit immediately because first test is over. I have to add the first assessment marks to your first test. Okay, that is one thing. Second thing, start submitting those who have already submitted first assignment. You start submitting the second assignment also. Okay. Some of you have submitted the second assignment, 1 or 2 people, I think, but all of you start submitting the second assignment through the Google Classroom. Okay. Start submitting the second assignment. I will start valuing it and give you the marks immediately. Then and there, I'll post the marks for you. I will finish off that one also. So please start submitting the second assignment. And those who are not still submitted first assignment, do it immediately. It is required. Okay. Anything else in fluid mechanics, please? Yes. Okay. Okay. Then one thing I want to tell you, if sorry, if there are no doubts or any queries, then what we can do is, I think next class I will start module 5. Okay. Any study material you want, please, you can post it in a group message. I will see that the study material reaches out to you. Okay. Whatever doubts you have, please start studying. Anything else? Any doubts? Any queries, please? Anything? Okay. Then if there is nothing, I think we'll stop the class. We'll wind up. We'll conclude. Okay. Okay.